What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. What's happening? Welcome to the Film Junket podcast. That's right, guys. Almost, I'm not going to lie. It's currently almost 9 o'clock right now, and I almost thought about not doing a podcast tonight, even though I said I would, just because I was doing other things, recording some of those little short videos that I do, and then, of course, posting one about the Star Wars trailer. And I thought about even incorporating a breakdown of the Star Wars trailer on this podcast, but no, I decided not to. This is going to be dedicated to the Justice League. And, of course, I'll answer questions, too, that you guys have put on there. And like I said, if you want to ask questions for me, the easiest way, the best way, is to hit me up on Twitter. The twatter. And just use the hashtag FilmJunketPodcast. That's right. Just do that. Ask me a question. That's fine. So I'll be doing that. But right now, guys, God, it's been a rough day. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to go into the details, but, it was just one of those days where it was just like, I made a bad decision last night. I'm not going to go into detail, but it had to do with, this world. And I was like, And I realized I made a bad decision, and it just kind of brought me down a little bit. And then it just, you know what? It's hard. This shit's hard, man. It really is. Trying to do this and then balance like a real life too, being gone 10 to 12 hours a day and trying to do this, try to pull it off. And it's just, when I realized I made a bad decision, I reflected, and it just kind of brought me down a little bit. But I'm okay right now. And it has nothing to do with this vodka that I'm sipping. Not at all. No, it was just a rough day. But I'm not gonna really talk about that as much as I always open up on this freaking podcast. No, this is about the Justice League trailer. Okay, we're gonna go through it here. I already got it set up, ready to go. Look at that, 15 million views. Currently number 27 trending. It's been a couple days. Of course, Star Wars is number 1. But anyways, here we go, guys. Let's break down this trailer, shall we? And start. God. The way that they start this trailer out, I swear. It's brilliant. And you got that Superman score with the piano right when you hear it. Oh, so good. Just so good. And it was just like, oh, there it is. There he is. There's that rugged chest hair he's got going on, too.
I'll take that as a yes.
What?
The ring.
And I apologize, too, guys. My neighbor's dog will go on a barking tirade, and it's currently doing that right now. And I could just, wait for him to stop, but who knows when he's going to goddamn stop. So if you hear a dog in the background, I do apologize. But anyways, the way they start this trailer off, okay? I mean, what's funny is, I love watching reaction videos, and I will say this too: the best reactions are black guys. I'm not, you could throw shit at me and say I'm racist or whatever, even though it's a compliment. It's not racist at all. I'm just saying black guys have the best reactions. It's just the way it is. Especially I forgot what those one guys are called. Ecomog Media Group. Those two guys, they never disappoint. I watch their trailer reactions. They never disappoint. Ecomog Media Group. I don't know if I'm saying that. EMG. Those guys are hilarious. Watch their trailer reactions. You'll laugh your ass off. But anyways, everyone. Before the trailer started, everyone expressed, I might actually do a video on this. I don't know. I was debating on it. I actually might do a video on this where I'll discuss how, people just are. There's been a paradigm shift. I even explained this in my latest Star Wars video where I talked about the ending. There's been a paradigm shift, guys. 2 years ago, we were all about spoilers. I was all about spoilers. I was all, fucking trailer leak, let's do this. Oh, story leak, somebody sent me this, somebody sent me that. I was all about spoilers. With Batman vs. Superman, with Star Wars The Force Awakens, I was all about spoilers, even Captain America Civil War. which is totally about spoilers. And then now it just seems like nobody wants spoilers. And I'm one of them. I don't want it either. I honestly don't. I'm ignoring anything I can. Yeah. And I love that. I actually do love that. And I think these companies and everything, they're realizing that. I even said that about Rian Johnson about the Star Wars trailer. I think he realizes that. That's why he told people, he didn't tell people, oh yeah, don't watch the trailer, it's full of spoilers, like all these fucking stupid websites are saying. No, he just said if you want to go in fresh, don't watch the trailers. And I totally commend that. You know, and then look what they're doing. Look what Warner Brothers is doing. They learned so much with Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad. With Batman vs. Superman, they showed way too much on the trailers. That third trailer showed way too much. Even though I defended it when it came out, and I still will recognize that. I did defend it because we all knew it was going to happen. That's why, and I still kind of defend that in a way. But I can understand people's complaints. Nobody wanted to see the Trinity, you know, until they were in the theater. They didn't want to see Doomsday. Same thing. So they learned. And then when it came to Suicide Squad, I mean, it was very heavily marketed with Joker, and he was only in it for 6 minutes. I think they realized their mistakes. So they were like, and it's just so funny because I want to know, I want to be the fly on the wall when the marketing team and Jeff Johns, I don't know if Zack Snyder was actually there with this one, Joss Whedon, Charles Roven, everybody was there, and they're like, okay, how do we show Superman without showing Superman? And somebody just like, well, let's just show this one scene. Now they probably already had it planned. I obviously it didn't go like that. I know that. It didn't just like, oh, how do we do this? Scratch our heads. Now they had it planned. They already knew because this scene was shot, and it was shot by Zack Snyder. Okay, I love it when people try to turn it like, oh yeah, it was a Whedon. It's totally Whedon. No, Zack Snyder posted on his Vero account, he's the storyboard for this scene right here. So they were just like, okay, last trailer. They probably already had this planned last year. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, how do we show Superman without showing Superman? Even with the last trailer, they kind of technically showed Superman without showing Superman. They're doing a fantastic job. They know that we don't want to see him. And the way they did it with this, and there's actually some people out there that think like this is actually real. It's weird. Why would Clark, well, I mean, I guess, why would they show the ending? I don't know. Some people think it's real. Like it's like the ending of Justice League. Yeah, it could be. Slim chance, though. I don't think they would do that. They're not Sony. And show the very last fucking frame of Amazing Spider-Man 2 in the trailer. No, I don't think they're going to do that. Anyways, let's move on. See? Go right back to BVS, man. This is such a Superman trailer. You know, that's another thing, too, is like, oh, yeah, Superman, oh, yeah, he's not in the marketing. He's not in the, oh, yeah, by the way, these 3 movies that have been released by by Warner Brothers in DC, guess what? The heart has been Superman. It's been Superman's journey. How about that? Superman has been the absolute heart. Remember when they said, like, oh, yeah, BVS don't have heart. Man of Steel don't have heart. Now, the heart has always been Superman, guys. And you guys know this, but they don't know this. Fucking Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio and David Goyer and everybody. Even probably a little bit of Christopher Nolan. A lot of people are freaking out because he's an executive producer in Justice League. That doesn't mean shit. An executive producer doesn't have to walk on set, doesn't have to see a frame of footage. It's just a name thing. I don't even think he had really anything to do with it. Okay? So let's not freak out that Christopher Nolan's an executive producer. There's a lot of executive producers on this thing. Ah, poor Lois. That's going to fuck some people up in the theater. Good lord.
I had a dream.
Is it me, or does Ben Affleck do the Batman voice when he's Bruce Wayne? Since he doesn't really have to do a Batman voice in the costume, it almost seems like he does it while he's Bruce Wayne. Except when he says, I like them shoes. Yeah, that's right. That's when he's putting on that act. Motherfucker. Oh, Steppenwolf. Oh, and that's how parademons are made. And the Amazonians, red lipstick. Look at that shot. Beautiful.
I think it's something more.
Of course it is.
Something darker.
Wait. We're not supposed to say that word dark. How dare you? Oh, God. Look at that. Okay, so that's added. Okay, and, you know, I made fun of Thor Ragnarok for changing its background, but there's a lot of background changing going on with Justice League. And I still might make a little short video because I try not to be... I mean, as much as I obviously I'm more DC, guys. You know this. I do more DC because I grew up with DC characters. I didn't really give into the Marvel characters. I had friends that were Marvel enthusiasts, and I was a DC guy, you know. So obviously I poked fun a little bit at the new footage of Thor Ragnarok, changing the background when what's her name, Hela, has the hammer and she stops it. It's a totally different background. Well, there's totally different backgrounds going on in Justice League. For instance, this shot right here, which is my banner on Twitter, which got Batman looking up at the bat signal, and then all of a sudden you got the Batwing just rising up. That wasn't in that original shot. It's better. I'm not gonna lie. There's something very much just majestic about it. It's so awesome. Makes me nut. And you know what? I've even noticed, I think they brighten up a little bit of Aquaman's underwater shots. You know how people were complaining about that? It looks like this shot right here, you could actually see the green. You could see a little bit of red. You could see more color underwater. But it's still slightly dulled. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed that they did brighten it up a little bit because it's like you're underwater. But at the same time, I can see why they did it. You know, I could see why they did it. Complaints and then just being like, yeah, let's just put a little bit of color because it's not super bright. It's not fucking Finding Nemo here, guys. So, move on. Okay, and see, I'm going to be pausing a lot here. This shot of Wonder Woman on the statue, I forgot what not Lady Liberty. I forgot who this is. Drawing a blank, guys. I'm sorry. But the fact that she's standing on the side with the sword, that symbolism full on 100%. I don't know if this is a Whedon shot because it very well could be. This could be a reshoot. This could be an additional shot because she's not out in the open. This is not an out in the open shot. I don't think it is. I think it's very much a Snyder shot. Come on. A lot of people might claim Whedon, but this is a Snyder shot, I think.
Strong man as strong as alone. You ever heard that?
Okay, and then we got this shot with Victor, and it's pretty sad. There's a lot to be said by this shot right here because he's sitting there. He's looking at old football footage of him when he was full-on human, and you see like pictures behind him when he was a football player and just him just being him. Dude, this is going to be sad. This is going to fuck us up as well, man. As much as like Superman is the full-on heart, when it comes to this story right here, I mean, I think it very much revolves around Cyborg. I mean, we already know this. I don't know why I'm saying I think. It very much is. This is going to be a Cyborg story. We're going to see his origin. We're going to see a lot of him. Smileberry.
That's the opposite of what the saying is.
Yeah, it is. See right here, we're already seeing added CGI. A lot of people, some people on the DC side were complaining about the red and the orange that was added and comparing the shots. Yeah, I could see your complaint, but we haven't seen the movie yet, guys. That's the thing. We haven't seen the movie. Maybe that's just what it needed. At first, maybe they're just like, nah, we need to like make it a little bit different. But to be honest, I mean, to have that color palette is not a bad thing. Look at Blade Runner. I mean, fucking like, there's like, you know, I'm not going to talk about Blade Runner, but there's like a whole fucking sequence that has like an orange color palette, you know, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to wait to see the movie before I start going, yeah, they should have just kept it the way it was. Run, Flash!
We are not enough.
And then, okay, then we see an underwater battle. We already knew this. We already saw this in the other trailer. We saw the axe go by Aquaman. But yeah, there's going to be a full-on underwater battle with Steppenwolf and Aquaman. And Aquaman's just fucking swimming in jeans. Does that help? I don't know if you can have a lot of, you know... Is he going to swim well with those jeans on? I guess. Ugh. And then they show Wonder Woman fighting Steppenwolf. And if you notice, too, the parademons, they're just watching. Parademons are just watching. That's going to be awesome to see. And, like, it looks fucking amazing. I mean, she took on Ares 100 years ago. But it doesn't look like she's going to be able to take on Steppenwolf. Not at all. What are you guys looking up at? Of course we need Superman. Another BVS shot. Oh yeah, she flips the sword. That's awesome, of course. Okay, there's a beautiful flash scene. I mean, that's like... Okay, and then it cuts to this with the flying fox, and then it looks like a dome. I guess, you know, as long as there's not a laser shooting in the sky, that's all that matters. But there's a dome that's over a certain part, and I guess that maybe the dome starts growing. That's what I'm assuming, and that's where Steppenwolf is and all the parademons. Not at first. This is like probably going to be later. That's my guess. And then all you fuckers out there, they were freaking out because you saw the flying fox with a green light underneath it. Yeah, there's 2 green lights on it right here, okay? No Green Lantern floating like, yeah, shut up. Ah, it's so badass. Fucking Aquaman. Yeah. And then he just throws that thing. Ugh. So good. And there's a Batmobile. Oh, man. It's just so good. Okay. Oh, yeah. I love that. Okay. I love the fact that Flash runs right by Wonder Woman. I mean, it's just so much teamwork going on. And that's what we want right there. But I will say this, guys. My big-time gripe for this trailer is the shot of Wonder Woman smiling. It's so injected. It's so like a wink to the audience, like, hey, we're all happy here. I mean, we already had everybody else, you know, looking like they're having a good time. And I know there was complaints from some people saying like, hey, this is the end of the world. Why are they smiling? That's fucking retarded. I get that. But this shot right here of Wonder Woman smiling, it's almost like they shot it on the Saturday Night Live set. And then said, hey, we're going to use that. I mean, it just doesn't, for me, it doesn't work. They didn't need it. But it was almost like they needed like everybody smiling, you know, and it's just, come on. I mean, everybody else's smiles works, but hers just feels so forced right here. Like, oh yeah, but make sure you put that in there. And it almost seems like that was like, maybe that was reshot. It was one of the additional shots. I don't know. I just don't like it. I actually don't. This is the only shot that I don't like. As gorgeous as she is, I just don't like this shot. Go Bats! Yeah!
Oh,
Yes.
awesome.
It's just Barry is us, guys. Barry is us. And that's how this movie is gonna win over critics, gonna win over everybody, because Barry is us. I mean, it's gonna be one of the key players, I guess you could say, key features in this movie.
No, that's your. Oh, sorry. That's your signal. That means we have to go now.
Yeah, that's what that means.
It's so cool.
That's so cool. And then he's got like this goofy smile on his face. Ezra, you are the man. We love you. All right, so there it is, guys. That was a trailer breakdown right there. You know, like I said, just that it's just so forced. That whole like, oh, let's zoom in on her face, and she gives a little smile. It just feels so forced to me. You know, I was gonna make fun of Mr. Campria for his little gripe about, oh yeah, everybody's smiling in the trailer, blah blah blah. This, oh yeah, it's like Warner Brothers just told me. He's not wrong. But at the same time, I was going, well, why is that, John? Is it because that Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel has gotten so much scrutiny from comic book fans as well as your colleagues that it was too dark? Maybe that's why they did it. But then I saw a follow-up video where he did an actual review, and he actually says, like, yeah, that's, you know, he didn't sound like an asshole, and he's basically just said, like, yeah, well, you know, they basically needed to do that. Like, and so I was like, all right, I'm not going to make fun of him. He's not shitting on this whole thing. He very much liked the trailer. So, and I'm not going to shit on somebody if they do a follow-up thing where they kind of explain themselves and it makes sense to me. I'm not going to just like totally call them out and just, be like, hey, fucking dickhead. So, but anyways, it's a beautiful trailer. It's the most well-done trailer, probably the most well-done fucking comic book trailer, honestly. Except for that one shot, it just bugs the shit out of me. But still, the Comic-Con trailer from this year is still my favorite. Just because it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It works for me a little bit more. But this one is the most well done. But just my personal taste when it comes to all 4 of the trailers, I think the Comic-Con trailer for this year. And I did a poll, and everybody thinks that this one is, but the second one was a close second, so not too bad. Not too bad, guys. So, yeah, it's awesome. I cannot wait. We're not that far along, man. I tell you what. What the hell? I just got a bunch of notifications on my Twitter. Uh-oh. I tweeted something out about Thor Ragnarok, and the director basically at the premiere said, like, yeah, I wanted to remind everybody that these movies are fun. I'm like, hey, Taka, just go on Rotten Tomatoes, type in every Marvel movie, and you'll see that word fun for damn near all of them in reviews. So you don't have to remind anybody about that. All right? Anyways, I'm not even going to look. Because, wow, there must be some kind of fucking debate going on, some kind of argument. You guys, oh boy, I'm afraid to look. I have like 54 notifications since I've recorded this. It's only been 20 minutes in. Holy shit. Anyways, all right, time to answer questions. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter podcast because it was just about the trailer and about answering questions. All right, so let's see. Kathy Bell asks, am I the only one who never wants to see Supergirl in the DCEU? What would her purpose be? Who would you cast? Oh, see, when it comes to casting, I just draw a blank. I'm like, Kirsten Bell. Fucking. Well, no. We need somebody better. I mean, see, off the top of my head, I can't really think about that. Is she going to be in the DCU? I mean, everybody's still referencing that pod that was open in Man of Steel. So, and then of course, the prequel comic kind of covered that. So, I don't think we're necessarily going to see her. It was just, why would they do that when they got the TV show going? I mean, we already have 2 Flashes, technically 2 Batmans. We don't need another Supergirl, I don't think, but who knows what's going to happen. Stuart Little asked, chances that Clark is revived early in Justice League, but has lost his powers until the final third of the film. Yeah, very well could be. I mean, if they're going to follow somewhat of the death of Superman, I mean, he's not going to be tip-top shape right away. But, his solar suit, I don't know if they're going to really do that. Maybe, I don't know. The Codex, I always thought that was going to play a part in it. A lot of people are thinking that Flash has something to do with it because of the behind-the-scenes footage of Cavill. He was like shirtless on set while Ezra Miller was in his little harness. So, you never know. He might not have his powers, but I think he is. A lot of people are thinking that he's going to be evil. He's going to have to deal with him. Let's see. Naven asks, what do you think about the future of DC films? I think very highly. Can't wait to see what goes on with Batman. I can't wait to see what else they bring. I'm looking forward to Joker and Harley. I'm looking forward to it. Which Elseworld stories would be perfect for live action? Well, I know a lot of people wanted Red Sun. To me, I would love to see Batman Noir, which takes place in 1940 something. Because I want to see an old 1940s 50s Batman film it like Sin City. I think that would be fucking awesome. I don't know if they would actually do that, but that's one I would want to see. Something like that, maybe. Let's see. Kane a Knight, Travis, he asks, what do you think of people being unhappy with Justice League CGI? I think it looks fine. Are they trying to find flaws that aren't there? Of course. And I even made a video about this because I even told you guys, anytime that somebody complains about the CGI, ask them, what are they comparing it to? Okay? Now, it's going to be very heavily CGI, and I love how people complain about that. I even saw somebody complain about the opening shot. Look at all that CGI corn. I'm like, really? That's CGI corn? Are you sure? It looks like it was actually shot in a cornfield. They actually have a location for the kid farm. What the fuck? It's been shot before. Yeah, I didn't understand that. Yeah, nitpicky, big time. And guess what? I'm sorry for the people complaining. It turns out they couldn't really cast actual parademons. Yeah, they couldn't quite get those guys. And then apocalypse kind of locations. Yeah, they couldn't exactly find similar locations of Steppenwolf taking over the world, trying to like maybe terraform it to be like Apocalypse. Yeah, they couldn't exactly do that. But hey, you guys out there that are complaining about the CGI, I did hear. And I think this is all just simulation footage here, guys. It's all just what we saw right here was just like, you know how they kind of like just give you like a preview of what it could look like? Because apparently Joss Whedon is going to shoot 50% of it. He's going to reshoot half the movie with practical effects. That's right. He's going to bring in J.J. Abrams and then practical effects all around. So we're good, right? Fucking retarded, man. I hate it when they say that shit. I mean, Cyborg just keeps on looking better and better to me. But I didn't really have a problem with him at first. Because it's not real! Guys, it's not fucking real. Some CGI is better. Yes, I get it. Like Planet of the Apes. Jesus Christ. Damn near flawless. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking dumb. Bobby Hutchinson, he asks, if Affleck were to vacate, would you prefer a recast of Bruce Wayne or Dick Grayson to take up the mantle of Batman? I kind of like that, but I kind of don't. The mantle retake. I still think that Ben Affleck's going to stick around for a trilogy. If Matt Reeves wants to do a trilogy, he's going to stick around for that. I honestly believe that. I don't think I don't know. When it comes to recasting, I don't know who would be a good choice. Like again, when I get asked casting questions on the spot, I just like kind of just go, so I can't really answer that. Dick Grayson taking over, I don't know. It depends on how good. I'd have to see the Nightwing movie first to see how that is. Bobby also asks, what is your dream for the franchise moving forward? Are you characters casting films? Pretty much how it's going. I have no complaints. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, Jesus Christ, seems like they're just, and it does sometimes seem like they're just throwing darts at a board, but you know what? We don't know what the fuck's going on behind the screen. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. We don't know. We just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We think we do, but we don't. They probably have a lot of this planned. Seems like they have so many characters, and it just seems like when a director comes in and goes, hey, I kind of like this idea, they're just allowing them to do it. They're allowing Gavin O'Connor to write the Suicide Squad 2 script, and then they're just going to give him the directing job if they like it. Same Chris McKay, he's writing the script. He's going to direct it. You got Joss Whedon, who just like walked in and said like, hey, I want to do a Batgirl. And then that sounded weird. I want to do Batgirl? What? I don't know, Joss. Anyways, but so I think it's going fine. Tyler GC, he asks, which movies characters would you like to see join the DCEU? I want to see some Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Why not? I am so about that. Because it'll be something different. It'll be like their Deadpool of this world. Variety, man. Variety is the spice of life. I want to see Martian Manhunter, though. I would like to see that. And I would like to see What's His Nuts, the General. To just throw everybody, oh shit, he's Martian Manhunter. Oh my god. That would be awesome. Wouldn't it? David C. Datruff02, he asks, what are your top 3 Batman scenes on film? Well, obviously the warehouse scene is number 1. Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot here, man. The Joker and Batman interrogation scene in Dark Knight. Fuck, that's hard. That's like close. That's a close second. It's almost number 1, but that warehouse scene, you just can't beat it. Third scene in Batman, I would say the bell tower scene in the original Batman movie when he just takes on all Joker's men while Joker's dancing with Vicky Vale. I would say that. So I'd say the warehouse scene in BVS and the interrogation scene with in Dark Knight, and then the tower scene at the end of the original Batman movie where he's taking on Joker's men. It's just so fucking awesome. It's well choreographed and everything, and then you got Joker. Yeah, it's awesome. Naez, he asks, will we ever see Supergirl in the DCEU? If so, what will be her debut movie? Well, it would have to be Man of Steel 2. I don't think she's going to show up in Justice League or anything. And I've already answered. I mean, there's speculation that she might. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Simon Baku, whatever. I always mess up names. Why is it acceptable for certain movie critics to be fanboys like the Collider Star Wars fanboys? But if DC fans do it, they are ridiculed. Hey, well, you know, it's just the way it is, guys. Star Wars is a bigger beast. No matter what, Star Wars is on a whole other level, guys. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. If you think that Justice League, and this is what kind of pissed me off yesterday, I kind of went on like a Twitter rage, and I apologize for it because it was just, I saw people going like, yeah, that Star Wars trailer didn't do anything for me. Yeah, kind of fucking sucked. Oh, yeah. And then I saw people go, yeah, well, hey, does this scene remind you of anything? And I was just going, are you guys really desensitized so much by one franchise that you can't enjoy trailers from other franchises? And now you're trying to put it back on Justice League? Come on. It kind of made me upset. And I kind of lashed out a little bit. And I wish I didn't but whatever. It's just what happens. But Star Wars is just, more people like Star Wars. That's just the way it is. You know, more people are going to like it. Everybody, I mean, as much as people like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they don't like the DCEU. Sadly. So, it's just the way it is, guys. All right, that seems to be it right there. Yeah, and I'm afraid to look at those notifications. Anyways, guys, there you have it. That is my trailer breakdown as well as answering your questions. I appreciate you guys listening, and I'm going to try to do more of these as much as possible, and we'll see what happens, guys. And appreciate you clicking in. I will talk to you later.